It's not going to happen anything for me, of course. And I had looked that up.
Yeah.
He was diagnosed at a very early age. He stood 4 feet 4 inches tall as an adult. Some of the stuff, he was in Insidious as a dancing boy in 2010, but that was uncredited.
Okay.
He was in the movie Dead Kansas in 2013. I've never heard of that. Have you heard of that?
No, I haven't.
That was a horror movie.
No, I'm going to have to look that one up now.
In 2013, he made behind the scenes of Haunting Charles Manson and Haunting Charles Manson. That sounds pretty cool.
Yeah.
And in 2015, he was in the Tales of Halloween playing Rusty Rex.
Oh, very cool.
Interesting.
Yeah.
In 2017, he was in the series, I never even heard of this, TV Face.
No.
He played the role of something. He was in 2 episodes. And then he also was, of course, in American Horror Story, The Murder House for 2 episodes as Infantata. And he was in the series, he was in the series Eagle Heart. He played Fred. He was in an episode called Little Dude. How fitting.
Yeah.
And then he was in American Horror Story Freak Show as Meep.
Poor Meep. I felt so sorry for Meep.
Oh my gosh.
That was horrible.
I cried.
Yes. How could you not? That season you cried a lot because of what was going on. It was horrible.
He died, Ben died February 23rd, 2015 at the age of 34 from a stroke resulting from a head injury he received in a traffic accident while crossing the road. He was actually, my understanding is that he was struck by the side mirror of a person's vehicle because he was so short they did not see him.
Yeah.
And he had walked out into the middle of the road and it just hit him.
When did he die?
It was February 23rd, 2015.
Okay. Wow.
And he was struck by the side view mirror of a passing car.
Wow.
He died at Cedars-Sinai Medical Center in Los Angeles.
Wow.
And he was survived by his father, his mother, his sister Catherine, and his stepmother Sarah Jane, and his stepfather Ralph, and his sister Heather. 2 weeks before he died, Ben was honored in Moscow for his contributions to the horror genre at the Russian Horror Film Awards.
Wow, very cool.
So, he wasn't around for very long, but he kind of made his mark. And,
right.
You know, I will always remember Meep.
Oh, Meep was so cool. I love Meep. Oh, it was so sad.
You know, him sitting there biting the heads off the chickens.
Yeah.
And, you know, it was like, ooh, there's little Ozzy right there.
Yeah.
You know, it was, you know, and then it was so sad. You know.
Yeah, what happened, yes.
I heard that he got killed.
Oh, yeah.
In such a horrific manner.
Yeah.
Just imagining how bad those people must have felt.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
Yeah.
Like that is when you talk. I mean, I'm not trying to make a pun here, but when you talk about a freak accident,
yes, absolutely,
that's a freak accident.
Absolutely,
so,
absolutely.
Yes. So there is my contribution. That is my contribution. That's Ben Wolf.
Awesome. I have Rosa Siggins. Rose Siggins. Get it right.
Yes.
Blech. Rose Siggins. She was, of course, best known for her role, her portrayal of Legless Susie on American Horror Story. Freak show, of course. She was born in December 1972 in Colorado. You guys ought to know I'm out there, right? But she also died December 12th, 2015. That's why I
she
asked.
Did.
Yeah, she died from a kidney infection. Go figure. A kidney infection.
She did.
Yes, she died.
She did have a kidney.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, because
well,
her body only went down right below her waist, right?
No. Listen, let me finish here, and you will know.
Okay.
Siggins was born with sacral angenesis, and because of this, as she recalled, my legs were severely deformed, with the feet pointing in opposite directions. Her parents decided to have her legs amputated, so it was just her legs. According to her, she was the only person with sacral angenesis to have carried and given birth to a baby who was not disabled. She was married and had a son, Luke, and a daughter, Shelby. She was born in Pueblo, Colorado, and died in Denver, Colorado, of an infection secondary to kidney surgery. So, she was only 43 when she passed. So that's why I asked you the date when he died, because it was the same year.
So, go back to, they amputated her legs.
Right, her legs only.
Okay, because the way that it looked like when she was walking around in American Horror Story, it only looked like she was only down to her waist.
No, it was just her legs.
Okay, but it's really high up on the legs then?
It just says her legs were amputated.
Okay.
So,
gotcha.
Yep,
okay.
That's all it tells me. And, that's about it. They called her the woman with half a body. And of course, her parents decided to have her legs amputated.
Wow.
But Rose, she was allowed, she had a baby in a fairly normal childhood. So.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. But that's pretty much, that was her one and only role, was Legless Susie. So, and what a part.
Yeah.
Back in the day, she would have been definitely part of a freak show. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right.
I'm not, saying anything bad or anything like that, but, all these people, unfortunately, would have been back when this was supposedly happening in the 50s. So, it's just interesting that, that these people would have been, basically, that would have been basically their livelihood back then.
Right.
So.
And I've heard stories, and I've seen pictures in books and stuff. There were actual freak shows back then.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And it was, I think it's kind of atrocious the way that they were treated.
Yes. Oh, yeah, I definitely agree. But, they would figure, I'm making a living, so it's okay. So, these people were something else. They really had some fortitude there.
Yeah, because they knew they were being exploited, but they had the strength. Yeah, absolutely. Agree with you 100%.
Right. Yeah. So, yeah, they were just terrific people. And it's sad that they passed.
Yep.
You know, it really is. Okay. Go
Yeah.
on to the next, ma'am.
Yes. Matt Frazier, who played Paul, the illustrated seal.
Ah, yes.
Yes. Matt Frazier, he is a English rock musician, actor, writer, and performance artist. He's a little bit of everything. He has thalidomide-induced, I can't even pronounce it.
I know, there's some of these names are like...
Thocomelia. It's an extremely rare congenital disorder involving malformation of the limbs. And it's usually both limbs, but he apparently, it's just his arms. Maybe it is his legs too.
Uh-huh.
We never really saw his legs.
No, we didn't.
They looked kind of bowed a little bit.
Yeah, could
when
have
he
been.
walked.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that so he started years active was like what, since like 1980. See. He is married. He married Julie Ann Maz, a burlesque star, in May of 2012 in New York City. And his acting career, he is actually, his musical career, he's a drummer, if you can believe that.
Wow.
And I thought that was pretty cool because, you know, yeah, the fact that he's a drummer with those arms.
Yes. Absolutely.
And he has actually, in his musical career, he has played at the Paralympics opening ceremonies. He also hosted the pre-televised section of it, and he was with Coldplay during the closing ceremonies of that, and that was in 2012. So, you know, that was pretty cool. He left drumming to join Great Theater Company, Europe's leading disabled theater company, after their production of Ubu inspired him to change careers. He worked in foreign theaters for Gray for several months and landed the part of Dr. Prentice in Joe Orton's What the Butler Saw. He is now a patron of Gray. Substitute theater roles in the 90s, including Group K productions of Marisol and the title role in Johnny Soul at the Croton Warehouse. He, all of his stuff, of course, has been over, you know, in the UK. He joined American Horror Story. Of course, that was his really claim to fame when he joined the other freaks in American Horror Story. In May of 2007, he was cast as Shakespeare's King Richard III. A disabled guy gets cast as a disabled guy, a role that he discussed with Emma Tracy, presenter for BBC's Radio for Disabled People. Ouch. You know, it was kind of a, you know, a slam on that.